Hello everyone, I am Bharat Rampal from Moore Kingston Smith based in New Delhi, India. Today I have Hemen Barucha, Chief Representative from London and Partners based in Mumbai. Moore Kingston Smith is proud to be one of the longest standing partners in form of London and Partners, where we combinedly help Indian companies to help invest and grow together in London. Congratulations, Hemen. It's good to know that India has featured second in the FDI ranking and London still remains the favorite destination for inward investment. Pertaining to that, I have some specific questions to ask on you. If you could please elaborate me. We recently saw that India is now second in the FDI ranking for investment to the UK, with the majority of this going to London. What makes London so attractive to Indian companies?
Thank you, Bharat, and thank you very much for inviting me to this session. A real pleasure to be here. Yes, it is great news that India is now the second largest investor in the UK. For the first time, we overtook Germany, and Germany had 120 projects, and India had 120 projects, and Germany had 115. But equally, India has created more than 5,000 new jobs in the UK. So, India, anyway, as we know, the Tata Group is the single largest private sector employer. But equally, young companies from India, they continue to invest and create economic benefit for the UK and for London. More than 50% of this investment that comes into the UK first automatically comes to London. To answer your question, why? Because London is really it's a very unique city. It's a city where the government, it's the capital of the country. It's also the financial capital. It's also the business capital. You have your regulators over there. You have the ecosystem over there. And you have a lot of professional services like yourselves, accountants, lawyers, legal firms who can help these companies set up and grow. So it's one city that provides an ecosystem, a complete ecosystem for companies to set up. If you talk about Indian companies, our tax system, our legal system, English is the language of doing business in both the countries. Plus, there's a lot of familiarity, there's a lot of comfort that both countries feel with each other. And this is why companies are very, very comfortable in setting up and growing in London and in the UK.
Okay. In these turbulent times, it will be very helpful if you could tell us how has the pandemic affected the flow of FDI and are companies still looking to expand in London?
So that's a great question, Bharat. I mean, if you see the pandemic, yes, it has affected businesses all over the world. I mean, it's created huge upheaval. So there were companies that we were working with jointly with with your firm as well, helping them to come set up in London. Uh, some of these companies from some sectors, so some sectors have really been hit. The travel sector, for example, the hospitality sector, these have been really hit. And so, to be honest, some of these companies have taken a pause. They've not outright said, no, we are not looking at expanding, but they need to set their house in order. A lot has changed for them. But at the same time, we've seen an emergence of new sectors that have come up. So, suddenly fintech was very strong, but we're seeing a lot of fintech companies now who, because of the lockdown, digital payments, so from the payment sector, from the mobility sector, from the healthcare sector, digital medical devices, these are the companies which are growing. There's a whole new crop of companies, a lot of them even from, let's say, the creative industries. I mean, Zoom calls are today the norm. So how
Yeah.
do companies communicate in future? Having done well in the pandemic, these companies now are looking at setting up in London. So in fact, even during the lockdown, these 4 or 5 months of the lockdown, we have seen 5 Indian companies already set up in London. Now, yes, these were companies we had previously worked with, but yet it shows the ambition of Indian companies, how bold they are, especially the young ones. They are ready to take that risk and they see that this is a great time, this is a great opportunity. They are going ahead and investing. A few more companies are ready to invest. They've even got their sole representative visa. I think once international travel is allowed, they will, of course, go there and set up. So, yes, each time there is a crisis, we find that a lot of Indian companies, They want to diversify their business, they want to be safe, and they look at London as being a really safe location.
Okay, that's very well explained. So while in these turbulent times, Indian companies are trying to survive locally, but their aspirations from 2019 are still there for overseas expansion. So what key advice would you like to give to these Indian businesses, considering whether they should set up in London right now? Should they take a decision now, or should they hold for some few months more? How is it like?
So we leave that decision making to the company, but what we do is we give them the best possible advice. And the best possible advice we give them is through our trusted partners like Moore Kingston Smith. Moore Kingston Smith. So, the name is London and Partners. We work with different partner organizations, accounting firms, legal firms. Moore Kingston Smith has been one of our longest standing partners who really understand the Indian ecosystem well. They work with such a large number of Indian companies. I think about 200 companies is what I'm told is what you'll work with. And, you'll have the India desk that's there. So the advice I would give is talk to London and Partners, talk to the Department of International Trade who can give you the initial advice, why London, why the UK. But then equally, we will put you in touch with our trusted partners who can give you the right advice in terms of depending on your specific business needs, your specific business model, that is this really the right time? What are the tax implications? What are the various pitfalls as well, perhaps that you may not have thought of? So I know that as partners, you'll have always been very open with companies. You'll have given the good advice, not just said, yes, come for the sake of taking the business. So my thing would be keep that conversation going. We often find companies, they start the conversation, then they stop, then they come back after some time. If you're very serious about going overseas, it's a very serious decision that you're taking. Do talk to these professionals. Keep that conversation going. We don't expect people to set up in weeks or even in months. We know it's a long process, but it's important to get the right information from the right sources.
Right. Perfect. I think that clarifies all the questions for the audience in India who are aspiring to invest in London in these turbulent times and also in the near future. Thank you so much, Hemin, for your time today. Also, thanks to London Partners team. We would like to keep on working with you, especially with the new companies who are bubbling and very agile to invest into the tech sector, and they keep on bringing the investments into the region of London. Great. Thank you so much. In case of any queries, please find here our email address and feel free to reach us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you.